Hello, everybody, once again, and welcome to another broadcast of the 3A State Playoffs. We are right back into action for the 3A State semifinals between the Lyman Lady Eagles and the Powell Lady Panthers. A moment of silence was just had for a bus driver from the Uinta County. The Lyman bus driver passed away last night in Casper, so a moment of silence, a very touching moment for these Lyman players and the people from the Lyman community who made the trip. 5 starters for Lyman will not change. Olivia Smith, McKinley Bradshaw, Spring Yagi, Mandy Eyre, and Cassidy Nelson, your starting 5. The starting 5 for Powell: Rachel Bonander, Aubrey Stennerson, Carly McKenzie, Katie McKenzie, and at number 20, Ashton Henney. So just about ready to get set underway here live from Casper, Wyoming. Lyman and Powell ready to tip it off here. Lyman will be going left to right on offense. The Powell Lady Whites, the home team today, they'll be going right to left on offense. Tip is won by Powell, and Powell has it to start the game. Powell going right to left, gives it immediately over to Stennerson. Stennerson throws it down low to Bonander, and Bonander scores the first basket of the game, and it's 2-0. Powell early on here in this contest. 2-0 the score. Jason Hansen's team on offense for the first time. On the left side, Olivia Smith tries to enter it down low, but Ashton Henney steps in front of the pass and intercepts it. Coming the other way is Powell now. At the top of the key, it is Stennerson with it. Stennerson at the top, gives it off to her teammate Henney. Back to Stennerson now on the left wing as she picks up her dribble, gets it into the corner and throws it right down low to Bonander. Bonander misses. Bonander got in close, was contested by Cassidy Nelson and missed the shot. Cassidy Nelson on the other end scores as the Lyman Eagles race down the court. Cassidy Nelson beat Bonander down there and scored. Steal off the inbound. McKinley Bradshaw, step back 3. McKinley Bradshaw missed, but a rebound has gotten underneath, and going back up to the basket is Olivia Smith, and she was fouled. So Olivia Smith to the free throw line for 2 shots here. Chance to give the Lyman Eagles their first lead of the contest. 2-0, or 2-2 the score. Trying to make it 3-2. And it is up and good. So first free throw from Olivia Smith. Tried and true, and it's 3-2. The Lyman Eagles, the higher seeded team, yet wearing the road uniforms, has their first lead of the contest, now 4-2, as Olivia Smith goes 2 for 2 from the line. More press here in the backcourt from Lyman, and dribbling it off of Mandy Eyre's foot is Stennerson, and Mandy Eyre picks it up on the baseline, fires up a shot, misses, and Bonander with the rebound. So 2 turnovers early on for the Panthers. Cost them 2 points. Could have cost them more on that possession had Lyman scored. On the outside with it is Carly McKenzie. Into the corner it goes to Henney. Back up top to Carly, over to Katie. Katie McKenzie. Back to Carly McKenzie. From one McKenzie to the other, just playing a game of catch. Ashton Henney says, I want to get involved, so she comes up and gets the ball up top. Now over to Katie McKenzie, who pump fakes on a 3, and she does not take the 3. And then eventually the ball is knocked out of bounds off of Lyman. McKenzie, I think, thought she was going to get blocked there, so she just kind of deflected the ball out of bounds off of Lyman before coming up and down with it. Into the back court it goes, tipped by Lyman. McKenzie able to get it. Bonander turns, throws it down low. Stennerson gets it back up to top to Katie McKenzie. Over to Carly McKenzie now. Carly moving towards her right. Ball goes all the way into the corner where number 22, Aubrey Stennerson, has it. Stennerson bounces it to Katie McKenzie on the left low block. McKenzie spinning, turning, and misses. 5:40 on the clock here, 4-2. The Eagles lead, looking to advance that lead. Bradshaw's pass tipped, but eventually did get over to Olivia Smith. 4-2 the score, 5.5 left here, quarter number 1. The Lyman Eagles looking to get back to the state championship. The winner is in the championship. The loser will play at 10:30 a.m. tomorrow at Casper College in the 3rd place game. Rollins and Mountain View will kick off the day tomorrow at 9 a.m. Bradshaw goes cross-court pass to Cassie Nelson in the right corner, calls for it right back. Bradshaw is being tied up underneath. Bradshaw is being defended by 3 Powell Lady Panthers underneath the basket. Pass was a little low, so she had to come up and bring the ball up. Bonander was there to stick her hands in. A jump ball gives it back to Lyman. Olivia Smith now inbounding on the baseline with 5:08 to play. Smith throws it over to Cassidy Nelson. Nelson throws it up top to Spring Yagi. 4-2 the score, 5 minutes exactly on the clock as Bradshaw brings it out to midcourt. Bradshaw over to Cassidy Nelson now. Nelson on the left side. Up top to Olivia Smith. Now Bradshaw on the right. Bradshaw's going to challenge Stenderson going to the basket, and a charge is called. Bradshaw bowled over Aubrey Stenderson, and the officials deemed that Stenderson was in legal guarding position, and she took a charge. Bryce Hansen in. Mandy Ayer out, as well as Cassidy Nelson out. Nicole Peden in. So Peden and Bryce Hansen in for the Lyman Eagles. 4-2, 4:47 on the clock. Powell inbounding in the backcourt. Ball knocked out of play off the inbound, off of Lyman, out of bounds. Powell basketball. Lyman pressuring in the backcourt as they have for all of this game. Powell inbounds it, gets it up the sideline, looking to run, and Nicole Peden steps in front, intercepts the pass, and now Lyman's got a break coming the other way. Peden goes into the right corner where Hansen fumbled the ball. She was open, and she caught it cleanly. Could have been a three-point attempt, but she did not catch it cleanly. And then Bryce Hansen throws it away, trying to go cross-court pass in the paint. Up top with it now is Carly McKenzie. Over to Katie. Katie stepping inside the three-point line. That shot is no good. Rims out to the right. 4:15 on the clock here, quarter number 1. McKinley Bradshaw going coast to coast. No one's going to stop her. Bradshaw misses to the right. Ball loose on the floor. Bradshaw picks it up, gives it over to Spring Yagi, and Spring Yagi scores. 6-2. The Lyman Eagles in front. Bradshaw steps in front of the inbound. Turns, spinning, baseline jumper. McKinley Bradshaw, 3 steals early on. Powell still inbounding amid some pressure. Carly McKenzie looking to run, gets it up to her teammate Henny, who crosses the center line. Powell having trouble getting over that half-court line with this press from the Lyman Eagles so far. Lyman Eagles substituting frequently here. On the outside for 3. That is up and good from Carly McKenzie. Carly McKenzie with the downtown three-pointer there. And Spring Yagi and Mandy Ayer back at the table ready at the next whistle to come in. 3:15 on the clock, 8-5 the score. The Lyman Eagles in front. Winner to the state championship game. Loser will play in the third-place game tomorrow morning. Bryce Hansen driving towards her left. Bryce Hansen puts up the shot. Hansen's shot no good. Olivia Smith goes over the top, gets the rebound, and she is fouled. Olivia Smith active on the offensive boards. Jason Hansen calling out to his daughter, Bryce Hansen, to come into the backcourt, telling her that that was her responsibility on the last 3 that Carly McKenzie hit. Smith, her first free throw is up and good. 9-5 the score. Bradshaw will check out. Anytime you can get her a moment of rest, Jason Hansen's going to do it. 9-5, 2:59 on the clock. One more free throw for Olivia Smith. That is up, and it is good. Nothing but nylon. 10-5 the score early in this contest. Lyman up by 5. Inbounding in the backcourt. Henny with it. Henny throws it ahead to Carly McKenzie. 3-on-1 break. Cassidy Nelson defending. Bonander winds up with it on the right low block. She is fouled, and Rachel Bonander scores. That's the thing. If the Lyman Eagles cannot force a turnover, at least slow down that Powell Lady Panther offense, when they get down the court, it was a 3-on-1 run out because all 4 of the 5 Lyman Eagle defenders were in the backcourt trying to press and get the ball out, and Powell leaked some players out, including Bonander, who went through some contact, got fouled, and made a 3-point play. 10-8 the score. Eagles in front in semifinal number 1 of the 3A West Girls Basketball Regionals. Douglas and Buffalo to follow. A state title rematch from last year. Hansen has to be careful for a 5-second count here as she's dribbling. Does get her way to Spring Yagi. Now on the left side, Mandiere with it. Mandiere puts the ball over her head, gets back to Bryce Hansen at the top of the key. 2.5 minutes to play. Quarter number 1, 10-8. The score, Lyman Eagles leading. Hansen up top to Peden. Peden thought about an open three, passed up on it. Peden looking to drive, picks up her dribble, gets it off to Spring Yagi. Yagi over to Nelson. Not a lot of offense here for the Lyman Eagles on this possession. A lot of passing, not a lot of scoring or shot opportunities. Peden on the outside throws it inside to Cassidy. Nelson misses from in close. Spring Yagi with an offensive rebound gets it out to Peden. Peden misses from the elbow, and the rebound pulled away by Powell, and a blocking foul against the Lyman Eagles as a Powell Lady Panther, I believe that was Stenerson, went to the ground. Avoided a travel there because the foul was called. Mandiere's second personal foul here. So that's something to watch out for. Here comes Bria Terry on the other end. Bria Terry pulls it out after not liking what she saw. Gives it right to a three-point shooter in McKenzie, Carly McKenzie. She misses. Peden with the rebound. Peden looks up to advance the ball over to Mandiere. Mandiere puts it up on the rim through some contact and scores. Powell tried to take a charge there. They did not get a call either way, and it's 12-8. Here comes McKenzie. McKenzie throws it to Terry. Terry ahead of the pack. Scores. It's about the third time today where the Lyman Eagles have just not gotten back on defense because their press in the backcourt allowed Powell to get an easy layup. Hansen over to Mandiere. Mandiere with those two fouls. Have to be careful here. Air back to Peden. Peden driving the left baseline. Turning. Back to Era in the left wing. Now to Hansen at the top of the key. Hansen being defended by Carly McKenzie. 58 seconds to go in quarter number 1. Now it is Cassidy Nelson on the right wing with it after they reverse it. Nelson throws it to the corner to Yagi. Back up to Nelson. Hansen saw the ball go through her hands. She's able to get it before it went out of bounds on the left sideline. Hansen driving in. Had the ball knocked away by Rachel Bonander. Bonander with the steal. 40 seconds on the clock. Here comes Powell. Lyman a little bit disconjoined on the defensive end, and that allows, I believe that was Stenerson, to drive all the way to the basket uncontested and score. 12-12 here in the first quarter. On the outside, Bryce Hansen. Hansen picks up her dribble, gets it over to Mandiere. McKinley Bradshaw waiting, checking at the next whistle. 15 seconds to go. That might be at the end of the quarter at this point as Hansen's with it. 12 all. 10 on the clock. Now 8 as Peden drives in, picks up at the free throw line, and she gets a shot to go, and she is fouled. Olivia Smith rises from just in front of me on the table to cheer on Nicole Peden there. So 14-12 the score. Spring Yagi and Bryce Hansen check out. Olivia Smith and McKinley Bradshaw in. Peden at the free throw line for one more shot here, or one shot to complete her three-point play and potentially give the Lyman Eagles a lead at the end of quarter number 1. 6.2 on the clock. Lyman's still going to need to play some defense here, regardless of a miss or make. Free throw is missed. Mandiere goes after the rebound, can't get it. Rebound pulled away by Terry. And with 1 second on the clock, they launch it from midcourt, and it comes up just short. So an air ball ends quarter number 1. It's 14-12. The Lyman Eagles in front after one quarter in this 3A girls basketball this 3A girls basketball semifinal. Live on KMYN Radio 99.1 and mylocalradio.com.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires that offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
back to action here. Powell ball to start quarter number 2 as they're moving right to left on offense. They bring it into the front court. Second quarter just underway. Bria Terry up top with it. Gets it over to Henny. Henny had the ball intercepted on a cross-court pass. Olivia Smith going 1-on-2, stopping, hesitating, misses the shot. But on the other side of the basket, it's Nicole Peden to clean it up and score. 16-12. Here comes Powell going the other way, trying to beat that press down the court. Bradshaw steps in and blocks. Powell there, 16-12. Lyman rushing down the court. Bradshaw at midcourt halts some things as Jason Hansen calls out a play. 16-12, 7:10 on the clock here, quarter number 2. Olivia Smith now on the left side to Nelson. Nelson throws it on the low post. Bradshaw backing down the low post, turning, spinning, and scoring. McKinley Bradshaw for 2. 18-12. Bria Terry. Definitely seemed like that is what Powell is trying to accomplish here and beat that press down the court. Powell is not wasting any time inbounding the ball, and they're trying to throw it pretty much the length of the court and beat that press down there. It's worked so far. However, the Powell Lady Panthers trail 18-12. 6:40 on the clock as Powell goes left to right in the front court. Henny nearly had it taken away by Peden. Peden takes herself out of the play after gambling, and that allows Henny to drive to the free throw line, kick out, a long 2, no good by Jasmine Lensgrave, and now Olivia Smith with the rebound in the backcourt, gets over to Bradshaw, who crosses the center line. Bradshaw sees some open space in front of her. Bradshaw leaning it away at the free throw line, can't get it to go. Rebound fought for Mandier, second chance, no. Mandier, another rebound, picks it up off the ground, goes up, and she was fouled. Mandier will go to the line for 2 shots. 18-12, 6:11 on the clock here in quarter number 2. Bryce Hansen ready to check in at the next whistle, as is Spring Yagi. Spring Yagi checking in for Nicole Peden. Bryce Hansen will have to wait. She's going to check in for Mandy Air at the free throw line, so Air has one more. If she makes this, Hansen will come in. If not, they'll have to wait until the next whistle or stoppage of play. 19-12 after the first free throw is good from Air. Second one coming, and she gets it to go. So 20-12. And Mandy Air checks out, gets some high fives from her coach and the bench. Air being talked to as Jason Hansen walks down the bench, probably offering some congratulations towards her, saying how she's done a good job so far. Henny takes it across the center line. Henny over to Lensgrave. Lensgrave to McKenzie on the left wing. McKenzie throws it to the elbow, where Bonander is trying to back over McKinley Bradshaw. Have to be careful there. Bradshaw takes a hard fall, almost into the knees of Cassidy Nelson. Bradshaw is okay, but always tough when you're falling backwards into the knee of somebody else. That's usually one of the harder parts of the body to fall into, especially with your head or upper body. Inbound for Powell after the foul called against Bradshaw, her second. On the left side with it now is number 22, Stenerson. Stenerson over to Henny. Henny throws to the free throw line to Bonander. Bonander up top to Carly McKenzie. Over to Katie now. Katie picks up her dribble, gives it back to Henny up top. Carly McKenzie on the left wing. Now Stenerson with it. Lyman Eagles, an aggressive 2-3 zone defense. Powell wearing those all-white uniforms with the orange trim down the side of the shorts. Lyman Eagles with a all blue jersey with the white trim, the white stripe, single white stripe down the side. In the half court, the ball is knocked out of bounds in the corner. Bradshaw defending as she got a hand on it and forced it out of bounds. 5:36 on the clock here in quarter number 2, and the Powell head coach Scott McKenzie will take a timeout. We will too on mylocalradio.com and KMYN Radio 99.1.
Dr. Dog, the other day I was at the dog park and ran into Keegan, the Irish setter from up the road. When we smelled hello, I was surprised because he smelled like delicious roasted duck. When I asked if he'd been hunting, he said nein, he had been to see you.
Yes, Mr. Hans German Shepherd, I'm recommending Canine Superfood Advanced from PetMinerals.com for all my canine patients. The powder mixes with your dog food to create a delicious duck-flavored gravy. Order your Superfood Advanced from PetMinerals.com today.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. I perform total hip, total knee, and total shoulder replacement. The huge majority of patients of mine that have undergone total joint replacement have been dealing with pain and disability for many years. After joint replacement and recovery, patients are back to doing the activities that they want to do.
Back to action here as Powell's inbounding on the sideline. Immediately thrown inside. Bonander on the low block had it tied up. And the possession arrow will go back to Lyman. So with 5:30 on the clock before halftime, the Lyman Eagles have an 8-point advantage at 20-12. They have a chance to make it a double-digit lead with the basket. 20-12, Bradshaw bringing it across the center line. Bradshaw over to Yagi, back to Bradshaw posting up on the low block, gets it up top to Olivia Smith for three, no good. Rebound tapped away and eventually grabbed by Stenderson, but Stenderson loses it, and Bradshaw is able to pick it up and go up for a shot. She misses, and the ball goes out of bounds underneath the basket off of Lyman. Bonander in the front court. Everyone else from Powell in the back court here as they look to inbound and break the press. They get it out near midcourt to Henny. Lyman races back to get back into position defensively as Powell brings it across the center line with under 5 to play. And that one is no good. Cassidy Nelson with the rebound. Cassidy Nelson over to Bryce Hansen. Bryce Hansen throws it ahead. Beautiful feed right to Olivia Smith on the left low block. Bryce Hansen went from near midcourt, pretty much at midcourt, all the way on the right side, threw it to the left low block, right into the hands, dropped it in the bucket to Olivia Smith's hands. She went up as she was fouled. Smith, 2 shots. First shot is up and good. It rims around and drops. So it's a 9-point advantage. Chance to make it 10. As Cassidy Nelson and Bradshaw check out. Bradshaw looking a little winded. As I said, those momentary respites that she gets are the most important. And let's see how Powell takes advantage when she's not on the floor. Second free throw up and good. So it's a 10-point lead. Bradshaw checks out. So we'll mark that down with 4:45 to go. See if Powell can trim this deficit while Bradshaw sits on the bench. Terry in the backcourt gets it over to Carly McKenzie. McKenzie tries to throw it ahead. Spring Yagi steps in the passing lane and intercepts it. Yagi comes inside the 3-point line and she is fouled from behind as Powell tried to catch up but knocked her hand, going for a steal. Ashton Henny back in the game, and that is Carly McKenzie's 3rd foul. So that's a big foul right there for the Powell Lady Panthers as McKenzie has to go to the bench and sit with 3 fouls with 4:27 to play before halftime. Yagi on the left side, throws it inside to Smith. Gets it right back, does Yagi. Now goes to the corner to Olivia Smith. 22-12. Smith does fire a 3 from the corner, no good. Rebound pulled in from Henny on the right side of the basket. She hands it off to Katie McKenzie, and McKenzie will bring it across. McKenzie over to Henny. In the corner it goes to Lensgrave. Stenderson back to Henny. Henny did not look before the ball was thrown. She just kind of threw it where she expected her player to be. Unfortunately for her, Mandy Ayer was right there, but Ayer could not corral it, and the ball went through Ayer's hands out of bounds. Powell ball here, 3:53 on the clock before halftime. On the outside, it is Bonander. Over to Terry. Bonander posting up Olivia Smith. She's been in the lane a while. Potentially 3 seconds not being called. On the outside, Katie McKenzie. McKenzie gives it to Bonander at the elbow. Bonander goes to the corner for 3. That is no good. The shot attempted by Henny, and the rebound pulled in by Olivia Smith. 3:20 on the clock. Lyman brings it into the front court. Nicole Peden off to the left side to Spring Yagi. Back up top to Olivia Smith. Now over to Mandy Ayer. Mandy Ayer up top to Bryce Hansen. 3:09 on the clock. Nobody has scored since Bradshaw checked out about a minute and a half ago. A little bit of a scoring drought for both teams of about 2 minutes or so. And an offensive foul is committed underneath the basket away from the ball. Let's see what number they got. Number 15, Olivia Smith, charged with an offensive foul away from the ball. Smith looks over, shrugs her shoulders, says, I don't know what I did. little bit too aggressive. Trying to post up, I believe, was Olivia on Rachel Bonander. It's easy to be a little bit too aggressive when you're dealing with a much bigger player in Bonander and trying to get position on her. Ball inbounded in the backcourt. Into the corner it goes. Bria Terry is tied up. Powell inbounded right into that coffin corner. There's a reason they call it the coffin corner, because once you pick up your dribble, you have nowhere to go. And Hansen just reached in and tied her up. Powell has the possession arrow with 2:50 to go. They get it in the backcourt. Bryce Hansen pokes it away. Hansen back on the floor, turns and gets it over to Yagi. Yagi looks ahead, throws it to Mandier underneath the basket, who scores. And it's 24-12. Bradshaw back into the game, and Bradshaw pokes it away off of Powell, and it will be Lyman basketball. I'll have to wait for the halftime stat sheet to be given out, but I would venture that Powell's probably got at least 10 turnovers here in this first half. Bradshaw with it, 2:30 to go. Bradshaw, step back three, and that is a dagger. Bradshaw, a step back three off the inbounds. It's 27-12 with 2:20 to go. Another inbounds pass knocked away. Bradshaw picks it up, gets an assist as she gives it off to Spring Yagi, in a timeout for head coach Scott McKenzie. And the Lyman Eagles are up by 17, live on mylocalradio.com and KMYN Radio 99.1.
As one of the
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
Back to action here as Powell inbounds, and there's a foul immediately on the inbounds as Lyman player, no, not a foul, just out of bounds. Lyman player reached in, knocked it out of play. Powell inbounding on the baseline, and now they can't move on that baseline as they throw it in to Stenerson in the backcourt. Stenerson crossing over, picks up her dribble. She's in trouble here, being double teamed in the backcourt. Gets it over to Terry, who Terry crosses the center line now. Bria Terry tries to throw it down low to Bonander, and the ball goes into Bradshaw's hands. Bradshaw, what a baseball pass ahead to Mandier, and that is another basket. It is 31-12. The Lyman Eagles in front, looking to book a trip into the state semifinals, and another timeout for Scott McKenzie and Powell. This one a 30-second timeout. We're going to stay right here since we just took a timeout. Allows us to take a deep breath, reset some things, and let me explain to you what's happening. 31-12, the Eagles lead right now. It's a 9-0 extended run for the Lyman Eagles as they were up by 10, 22-12, and they have scored 9 in a row since Bradshaw re-entered. And I said, let's bookmark that point. It was about 4:45 left in the first half in quarter number 2 when Bradshaw checked out. It was a 10-point game after Mandier hit 2 free throws, and Powell did not score in the 2 minutes that, or so, give or take, that Bradshaw was out of the game. Since then, it is now a 19-point advantage. 1:49 to go. Powell inbounding in the backcourt. Powell threw it right into the hands of Mandier defending the inbounder, and Air tapped it out of bounds. 31-12, 1:49 to go. Powell once again inbounding in the backcourt, full court press from Lyman. Over to Katie McKenzie. Katie McKenzie has fouled 55 feet away from the basket by Bryce Hansen. Only the 6th team foul, so from now on, for the final 1:48, if Lyman were to foul, it will be free throws, but that foul will not cost the Lyman Eagles. Bryce Hansen picks up her first. Michelle Wagner on the top of the key with the ball, gives it off to Stenerson. Stenerson uses an off arm to clear out Spring Yagi, no call, and then she turns it over to Bryce Hansen. Bryce Hansen, 3-on-4 run out, and Bradshaw, the ball tapped away. Bradshaw dives into the Powell bench to save it. Keeps it alive. Spring Yagi on the left side, over to Mandiere, and back to Bradshaw, comes to get it. Bradshaw right to Cassidy Nelson on the low block. A bullet pass that went right through the defense, and it's 33-12. The Lyman Eagles in front with 1:10 on the clock before halftime. Stenerson over to Katie McKenzie. Carly McKenzie out with those 3 fouls. Such a big foul that was called. Carly McKenzie, the majority of the offense for Powell today, has not played since about 5 minutes in the second quarter. On the outside, pump faking, that one is Lensgrave. Entered on the right low block is Bonander, and Bonander traveled with it. Bonander looked like she was going to go up for a shot, and then she passed up on the shot, only to try to get closer, and she shuffled the feet before making a layup. And it's 33-12. 45 seconds to go in the backcourt. Bradshaw checks out at the last whistle. 40 seconds to go. The Lyman Eagles and Mandiere bringing the ball across. Mandiere throws it inside, off the hands of Nelson, and into the hands of number 20, Ashton Henney, for Powell. Powell looking to advance the ball into the front court, and they turn it over as Spring Yagi winds up with it at the free throw line. Yagi looking to go ahead to Mandiere. 19 seconds on the clock. Over to Peden on the left wing. Peden throws it to the left low block where Olivia Smith ran into some trouble there, and she lost the ball out of bounds, went to chase after it, but could not save it in time. 13 seconds to go, 33-12 the score. In the backcourt with it is Stenerson. Stenerson with 9 on the clock, taking it across the timeline, giving it to Lensgrave. Lensgrave had the pass deflected, 4 on the clock. Over to McKenzie, back to Lensgrave, throws it inside to Bonander. Bonander puts it up on the rim, and that is good. So a buzzer beater there, just maybe gives Powell some momentum. But momentum hard to quantify because it is 33-14 at halftime. Yes, 33-14 at halftime. The Eagles in front. 16 minutes away, 2 quarters away from a state championship, live on MyLocalRadio.com and KMYN Radio 99.1. Join us after this for our MyLocalRadio.com halftime show, brought to you by MyLocalRadio.com.
Hello all, Dr. Dog here. I want to talk to you about PetMinerals.com. By merging the highest quality veterinary grade ingredients with highly advanced mineral technology, PetMinerals.com produces the most innovative pet supplements on the market. The supplements focus on specific needs like hip and joint, digestive, and overall diet. You and I both know a healthy pet is a happy pet. Show your pets how much you care. Order them supplements today at PetMinerals.com.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
When you have any mechanical problems, always think of Reese Auto Service in Lyman first. Doug and the mechanics at Reese Auto Service work on everything from your lawnmower and snowblower to cars, trucks, farm and ranch equipment, and semis. You can also get tires for anything you need at Reese Auto Service. Always visit Reese first. You'll get great pricing and quality-friendly service. Reese Auto Service, 541 Highway 413, Lyman.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Franklin. Something I've really enjoyed as a dentist over the past 20 years are the lasting friendships that I've formed with many of my patients. My staff is really great, and we try hard to make sure that every patient feels a warm welcome. It doesn't matter if it's your first visit or if you've been with us for years. Every patient is welcome and always appreciated. Our goal is to provide the best dental care possible at reasonable rates. Please call us today to schedule your appointment at 307-789-8910.
Go Red Devils!
you want your truck to really catch the eye, have the professionals at Plains Tire in Evanston install a custom lift kit with new tires and wheels. We've got a huge selection to choose from, so no matter what your style is, we've got the tires and wheels to make you smile. The way your truck looks reflects on you. Get the reflection you want with a lift kit, new tires, and wheels from Plains Tire in Evanston, the tire professionals. 157 Bear River Drive. Stop in today.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at West Star Printing design your business cards. Now with same day and next day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit West Star Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. West Star Printing, 307-789-5202.
If you had a toothache, would you see a foot doctor? Or would you go to the dermatologist to have a baby? Of course not. When your vehicle needs service, take it to the best qualified mechanics. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, our technicians are GM certified service experts. They're trained to know every inch of your vehicle. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Have all your service done at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. I perform total hip, total knee, and total shoulder replacement. The huge majority of patients of mine that have undergone total joint replacement have been dealing with pain and disability for many years. After joint replacement and recovery, patients are back to doing the activities that they want to do.
Your mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
Back here at Casper College, where it is 33-14 at halftime. A couple minutes away from the third quarter and second half action from this first semifinal, first of 2 semifinals for the girls 3A. Douglas and Buffalo on deck, waiting their opportunity to punch a bid into the state championship. I said coming in, I thought it would be Lyman against Douglas. Not that I'm rooting for Douglas later, because I do think Douglas is the best team in the entire state, let alone at the 3A level. Excuse me, sorry, I had to sneeze there for a second. So we'll have to see if Douglas wins in the next semifinal. It would set up an interesting matchup, a rematch from earlier in the year in which Douglas beat Lyman. That game happened in Pinedale at the East-West Classic. So we'll have to see if the Lyman Eagles can finish off the Powell Lady Panthers here Final 16 minutes of action, 2 8-minute quarters, and this allows us to go into our halftime stats. Brought to you by MyLocalRadio.com on the MyLocalRadio.com halftime show. And it really was an interesting first half. 14 turnovers in the first half for the Powell Lady Panthers. Obviously not going to do it if you want to hang in this game with the Lyman Eagles, a team that presses and advances the ball into the front court as quick as possible and tries to score in transition. Another interesting stat, 0 offensive rebounds for the Powell Lady Panthers. That's kind of attributed to their 14 first-half turnovers. And you're not getting as many shots up as the Lyman Eagles. If, for an example, the Powell Lady Panthers only have 15 shots in the game, the Lyman Eagles have 24. So 9 more shot attempts for the Lyman Eagles. And, sorry, I was just focused on Jason Hansen running down to tell the Bucks something. But as I said, when you have 14 turnovers, that's not really giving you an opportunity to shoot the ball. So when you don't shoot the ball, there's not a lot of chance for an offensive rebound. Rachel Bonander would be your best shot if you're a Powell fan. But Bonander has been kept in check in the first half, similar to as she was last weekend at the 3A West Regionals. Rachel Bonander only 7 points, and I said only 7 points for the Powell Panthers, 7 of the 14 for Powell. So Bonander has not been able to lead her team so far, as the Powell Lady Panthers trail 33-14 at halftime, just about ready to get set for the second half here, as both teams get their last-minute adjustments set. You can see the Douglas girls basketball team going back to their locker room to get their last-minute preparations in. Powell Lady Panthers are back out on the court. It's going to be the Lyman basketball to start the second half. Powell wearing the home whites today, even though they're a worse seed than the Lyman Eagles. I don't know why they made Powell the home team, but that's just the way it was. So the Lyman Eagles will start on offense here, going right to left in the second half, wearing those blue uniforms with a single white stripe down the side, the Lyman Eagles. Ball goes over to McKinley Bradshaw, and we start the second half. 33-14 the score. Lyman chance to add to that score right away. Olivia Smith, jump pass on the baseline, goes off to left wing to Spring Yagi. Yagi goes towards her right, gives it to Bradshaw, who nails a three. Yagi just kind of set a pick for McKinley Bradshaw. That was enough space, all the space that McKinley needed for an open three. 36-14, and Mandier with a steal in the front court. Gets it over to Olivia Smith. Olivia Smith for three, and Olivia Smith's got it. So just like that, it's gone from bad to worse for the Powell Lady Panthers. It's 39-14. Back into the game for the first time since picking up her third foul is Carly McKenzie. Let's see if she can stop this run of the Lyman Eagles. 39-14, 6 points here in the second half on 2 threes to open up the half from Lyman. 7 minutes to play in the third quarter. Bonander kicks it out for three. Katie McKenzie, not Carly. Katie McKenzie hits a three from the outside. So Powell's going to need a lot more of that if they want to get back into this thing. Trailing 39-14, now 39-17. After that make, Mandier throws it down low to Bradshaw. Bradshaw just volleyball sets it in the paint to Cassidy Nelson. The ball was intercepted. Probably not the best idea in a state semifinal game, but Lyman's up by 22, so I guess they figured they could live with the turnover there. And Katie McKenzie the other way in the lane scores an off-balance leaner. So it's 39-19. Lyman Eagles up by 19 at halftime. They're up by 20 right now. Second quarter was a 19-2 quarter, by the way. So Powell has already outscored their second quarter output here with 2 minutes gone in the third quarter. And Bradshaw on the left elbow. Shot rims out to the right. And Bria Terry with the rebound as she brings it into the front court. Stenerson moving down the right sideline. She was bumped and fouled by Olivia Smith. A little bit too aggressive there was Olivia Smith. And she is charged with the foul. Smith throws it down low on the left low block to Bonander. Bonander puts up a shot and is fouled. Bonander fouled by Olivia Smith after that inbounds pass. 5:50 on the clock here, quarter number 3, as the Lyman Eagles up by 20. Make it 19 now as Bonander gets the Powell Lady Panthers to 20 points. Olivia Smith checking out after picking up her 3rd foul of the game. Second shot from Bonander is up and good. So it's 39-21 now. Here the Lyman Eagles up by 18 with 5:45 to go, looking to get to the state championship game with a victory here today. Cassidy Nelson on the baseline, gives it back out up top to Spring Yagi. Spring Yagi throws it to the right side to Bryce Hansen. Elbow is Bradshaw. Bradshaw doesn't like the elbow jumper. She steps back into a 3, and it rims out. That was halfway down and then popped out for McKinley Bradshaw. Bradshaw only had 7 in the first half. I say only because you know how dominant McKinley Bradshaw can be. She can always score a lot more than single digits in a half if she really puts her mind to it. She is in double figures after scoring the first basket in the second half, a long 3. Stannerson brings it into the front court. Stannerson circles around Spring Yagi and an elbow jumper, no good. Bradshaw at the rebound. Bradshaw crosses over Stannerson. She's going to go all the way to the basket, and she misses the layup. Not often you see McKinley Bradshaw miss a layup like that, but maybe Bonander being in the area affected Bradshaw into speeding up the shot. Powell with the rebound. Here they come the other way. Stannerson now over to Katie McKenzie in the corner. Back to Carly. Carly McKenzie will bring it off to the left side now. Being defended by Spring Yagi. Spring Yagi sticks her hand in there and pokes it into the backcourt. To chase it is Carly McKenzie. Over to Stannerson. Back to McKenzie on the right wing, throwing it down to left low block. Bonander's shot is blocked by Nelson. She gets her own rebound and puts up the shot, second chance opportunity, and scores. So it's 39-23 now, and the lead for Lyman shrinking after it rose all the way up to 22, or 25, excuse me, after 2 opening threes and a 19-point halftime lead. 4 minutes on the clock here, quarter number 3. Lyman Eagles 12 minutes away from a state championship game. Cannot play not to lose, however. Got to keep the foot on the gas pedal if you want to win this one. On the outside, Spring Yagi saw the ball go through her hands, and that is Henny who takes it away. Henny over to McKenzie. McKenzie ahead to Stannerson. Stannerson on the left side, crosses over. Bryce Hansen leaves her in the dust. Inside and kick to Henny. Henny's 3, no good. Bonander tried to get the rebound, couldn't get it. Bradshaw with the rebound, and she races down and quite literally beats everyone down the court, scoring an uncontested fast break layup. Doesn't need to be a fast break. McKinley Bradshaw just kind of creates fast breaks with that speed that she has and the ball handling. Someone that's going to play at the major D1 level next year for the University of Wyoming. On the outside, 3-pointer attempted from the corner. That was Katie McKenzie, and the ball is rebounded by Bradshaw on the left side. Bradshaw brings it across with 3:03 to go. Bradshaw getting into the free throw line, finds Mandiere on a pass on the low block. Mandiere misses the shot from in close, and Katie McKenzie with the rebound. That was such a good pass from Bradshaw. It's a shame it does not go down as an assist. Bradshaw drove in the lane. 3 Powell defenders emerged on her, and that left Mandiere open. Bradshaw elevated, made the pass, Air missed the layup. 2:40 on the clock. Katie McKenzie over to Carly McKenzie, and Carly McKenzie throws it away as Cassidy Nelson forces a steal. Nelson over to Bradshaw. Bradshaw looking to go all the way. Bradshaw leading through the defense, and she scores. McKinley Bradshaw for 2 more, and it's 43-23. 2:20 on the clock here, quarter number 3, 43-23. The Lyman Eagles up by 20. Mandiere takeaway on the sideline. Mandiere going to go 1-on-4, probably not the best idea, and Mandiere throws up an air ball. Air probably would have been best to pull that one out, up by 20, going 1-on-4 on the defense there. Pulling up a shot from the corner, no good. Bryce Hansen trying to track after the rebound. It is Bradshaw with the rebound. Bradshaw crossing over, just crossing over again. Bradshaw putting on a ball handling show, and she scores another fast break layup. All 5 Powell defenders tried to stop Bradshaw. She crossed over every single one and got to the basket. 45-23, timeout Scott McKenzie. Join us after this.
No matter what you need to have printed, Westar Printing is the place you want to have it done. Calendars, letterhead, envelopes, brochures, books, posters, vinyl banners, business forms, announcements, wedding invitations, and business cards are just a few examples. You can also have your favorite family photos printed on canvas or placed into a personalized family photo calendar. You will want to do business with Westar Printing. Stop in today. Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston.
Back to action at Casper College, where Scott McKenzie has called his fourth timeout. 45-23 the score. Lyman up by 22 with 1:40 on the clock here in quarter number 3. Manny 6-0 run. It's given Lyman some security after Powell cut it to the shortest lead it had been since early in that second quarter at 16. 22-point lead right now, 90 seconds in the third quarter. And up top with it is number 24, Michelle Wagner. Wagner throws it away on the baseline. So Bonander not in the game on that possession. They tried to enter it inside regardless, and unfortunately for Powell, it did not work out in their favor. Lyman bringing it into the front court with 1:10 to play. On the outside, Bryce Hansen with it now. Hansen at the top of the key, moving towards her left. Hansen, a runner from about 8 feet away, and she scores. Nothing but net. Nice touch there from Bryce Hansen to get in the lane and put the ball up. Nothing but nylon. 47-23. Down low. That is Tiana Desjardins. Desjardins, excuse me. That shot is missed from the outside. Rebound pulled in by Devin Curtis. And Devin Curtis goes up and is fouled. So Curtis trying to bring in some more size, some more height to this Powell Lady Panther team. 43.7 to play here, quarter number 3. Curtis at the line for 2 shots. That is Olivia Smith's 4th foul, by the way. So Olivia Smith, 1 more foul, and she will be disqualified, and her night will end early. So Olivia Smith, let's see if she can remain in the game or Jason Hansen takes her out. Curtis, first free throw up, and that is no good. Whistles blow, a lane violation perhaps. And sure enough, it is. I think it's going to be against number 1, Nicole Peden there, as she stepped in early on the missed free throw. 47-24, chance to make it 25. And that is what Devin Curtis does. So Devin Curtis gets 3 attempts to make 2 shots, and she does convert. 47-25, 38 seconds to go as Bryce Hansen brings it into the front court. Hansen over to Mandy Air. Mandy Air picks up her dribble at the top of the key. Nice backdoor cut from Hansen. Hansen caught it, but had the ball knocked out of her hand. Here comes Powell the other way. Powell nearly stripped there. They're able to regain it. Curtis on the low block. Curtis puts up a shot. No good. Curtis gets her own rebound and a jump ball. We'll keep it with Powell with 21.2 on the clock. So Powell, another chance to get the deficit down to 20 here at the end of the quarter with 21 seconds to go. Inbounding underneath the Lyman basket. And that is a kick ball off the foot of Smith, Olivia Smith. Olivia Smith has those 4 fouls. She has to be careful on defense. Throwing it down low to Curtis on the low block. She turns and kicks it right back out to Bria Terry. Down low. Desjardins, no good. And a jump ball will give it back to Lyman. So with 13.2 to go, Lyman a chance to go up 25 if they hit a long ball, or 24 at the end of the quarter if they make a basket. 10 seconds to go. Mandy Air bringing it up the court, right to left. Over to Smith. Smith on the 3-point line, 5 seconds to go. Smith over to Peden, 3 on the clock. Peden drives in, fades away at the free throw line, no good. And that will not count as Hadley Gross put it in after the buzzer sounded. So at the end of 3, the Lyman Eagles in control. They are 8 minutes away from a state championship berth, up 47-25, live on mylocalradio.com.
If you had a toothache, would you see a foot doctor? or would you...
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
Ready to start the 4th and final quarter of action. The score is 47-25 as Powell will have the ball to start the final quarter. Lyman a 22-point lead. Lyman, same starting 5. Or no, not the same starting 5. Instead of Mandier, it's Nicole Peden on the court. Other than that, traditional starting 4 plus Peden. Driving baseline, Curtis had her shot. Or no, that is not Curtis. That was Lensgrave. Had her shot blocked on the baseline. Out of play. Back to Powell. Bonander inbounds it over to Katie McKenzie. Back to Bonander. And Bonander got fouled going to the basket. So that is the 5th foul against the Lyman Eagles here in this second half. 2 free throws upcoming for Rachel Bonander. No fouls have been called against Powell here in the second half. Lyman hasn't necessarily needed to be as aggressive maybe as they were in the first half. Bonander, second free throw after making the first, and she makes them both. It's 47-27 now. Live on MyLocalRadio.com and KNYN Radio 99.1. Bradshaw bringing the ball into the front court. 20-point advantage for her and the Eagles. 7.5 to play. Bradshaw steps into about a 25-foot three, and that is no good. Rebound for Spring Yagi. That was about 5 feet behind the three-point line. And Bradshaw gets it at the top of the key, throws it right back in on the low block, and Olivia Smith scores. So Bradshaw, even when she's not shooting the ball, is deadly with her passing. 49-27, 7:08 on the clock in the final quarter. Up top, it's Katie McKenzie with it. Katie McKenzie driving down on the right side. Can't get the shot to go, but on the left side for the rebound and putback is Rachel Bonander. 49-29, 6:50 on the clock here before this one winds to a conclusion. Bradshaw at the top of the key. Over to Cassidy Nelson now. Nelson unguarded at the three-point line. Gives it back to Bradshaw up top. Bradshaw back to Nelson now on the left wing. Over to Olivia Smith on the right wing. And on the post, getting the ball was Peden, but Peden was immediately surrounded by 3 Powell Lady Panthers. And she was tied up. A jump ball possession arrow keeps it with Lyman, however. Up by 20. 6:30 to go. That is just a lob pass that went right to Bradshaw. Bradshaw set it over to Cassie Nelson, and Cassie Nelson set it, or tried to set it over to Spring Yagi. Kind of shows the Lyman Eagles having fun here. Setting the ball like a volleyball. 20-point game, 6:10 to go. Bonander on the other side of the court loses the ball on the low block. And Peden with the takeaway. Peden coming across the center line, and a palming violation as Peden ball hit her hip, and she had to try to regain it at the last second, and the ball went out of bounds. Or it was a palming violation. And the 5 starters checking out for the Lyman Eagles, possibly for the last time. Well, Cassie Nelson still on the court. Cassie Nelson went to the bench, and then they pushed her back out on the court and said, no, you're not coming out. So Cassie Nelson, the lone major varsity player, senior on the court. Mandier, who does start for the Lyman Eagles, was on the court, but she was not on the court previously. And a turnover on the baseline gives it back to Lyman. 49-29, 5:52 on the clock here in quarter number 4. Mandier bringing it across the timeline. Charles C. Rose hopes in it. And Madison Harris on the court for the Lyman Eagles, as well as Nelson and Mandier. Air at the top, throws it into the corner to Rose. Rose gives it to the free throw line. Jumper for Cassie Nelson, and she was hacked And Cassidy Nelson will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Nelson looks over at the bench as the bench got on their feet and cheered for her. They're like, what are you guys doing? Nelson's first free throw is up and no good. And here come the Powell starters also checking out, maybe, just maybe for the last time, as well as Rachel Bonander and company checking out. Senior-laden lineup. Powell's season will not end today, even if they do not come back and win this one. They'll still be in the third-place game tomorrow at 10:30 against the loser of the next semifinal. Second free throw missed, and the rebound, I believe that was Madison or Hadley Gross, put it up off balance and couldn't get a second chance opportunity to go. Powell with the rebound, now coming left to right on offense. 5:20 to go. Ball in the corner. Corner 3 is well long. And the rebound chased after in the corner. Out off of Powell, and it will be Lyman basketball. Cassidy Nelson finally does check out, as Raven Heaton was at the table for a while waiting for a whistle to check in for Cassidy Nelson. 49-29, 5:11 on the clock. Heaton bringing the ball into the front court, gets it over to Madison Harris. Harris over to Sinnott now. Hope Sinnott. And now it is Raven Heaton again. Throws it down low. Nice feed from Raven Heaton. And it's a basket for Hope Sinnott. Hope Sinnott, nice backdoor cut to get open. Nice feed from Heaton. And it's 51-29, and a foul is committed 25 feet away from the basket there by Lyman. As Powell looked to make a move to try to drive in the lane. Lyman attempted to stop him there. 51-29, 4:46 on the clock. Inbounding is Tenna Desjardins, and Desjardins throws it away. Here comes Charles C. Rose, one on none. Tenna gets back in the play and forces a miss, but Hadley Gross right there to clean it up. She misses, and it's another rebound and score for Lyman. That was Hope Sinnott, so 3 chances to score. The Lyman Eagles ran the floor and scored to make it 53-29, and a turnover in the backcourt gives it back to Lyman. I think the inbounder just dropped the ball and forced the turnover. Rose driving in the lane after getting the inbounds pass. Can't get the shot to go off the left side of the rim. Rebound chased after by Bria Terry of Powell, and here they come going left to right. Bria Terry crosses over. Terry had the ball come up on her, and Raven Heaton takes it away. One-on-one with Bria Terry the other way. Heaton's fast break layup no good, but trailing the play and scoring is Charles C. Rose. The Lyman Eagles have done that the last couple baskets in a row where they didn't necessarily make the first fast break layup, but because they ran the court, they had the next man down the court was a Lyman Eagle, and they scored. 55-29, 3:50 on the clock. Raven Heaton driving down the left side of the lane. Doesn't have anything there. Kicks it back out up top to Madison Chance. Chance cuts inside the three-point line, pulls up, long 2, no good. And it's 55-29 with 3:36. Powell on offense going left to right. The Lyman Eagles will play tomorrow evening in the championship game. I believe it starts at 6:30 p.m. if I'm not mistaken. That one will be live on mylocalradio.com, KNYN Radio 99.1. Will it be Douglas in the state title game once again, or will it be Buffalo pulling off another upset? Powell with the turnover. Harris throws it ahead to Charles C. Rose. Charles C. Rose misses, but I believe it was Hope Sinnott to get a rebound, and Hope Sinnott is fouled. So once again, Lyman Eagles bench running the court, following up on transition misses, and Hope Sinnott will have 2 free throws. Foul called against Tenna Desjardins. That is her first. And the free throw from Hope Sinnott is up and no good. Off to the right. Bria Terry checking out. Gabby Metzler in. Devin Curtis out as well. Sabrina Shootman checking in for the first time for her. Second free throw from Sinnott is up and good, so it's 56-29. Lyman Eagles have only grown their lead here in this final quarter with their reserves in. Heaton trying to force a takeaway in midcourt. Shootman at the top of the key for Powell. Into the corner it goes and blocked there on a three-point attempt. Michelle Wagner with the shot was blocked. I believe it was Hadley Gross with the block. I could not exactly see who got it through the pile of bodies over there. But either way, foul is committed against Powell after the block. And now Lyman will have it in the backcourt, inbounding. No pressure from Powell. 56-29, 2:45 on the clock here, quarter number 4. Raven Heaton brings it across, gets it into the corner. Sit it for three. No. Rebound fought for, and Hadley Gross goes up for the rebound, or the second chance opportunity, but she was tied up through a pile up of bodies, and the possession error will give it back to Powell. 56-29, 2.5 left here in the final quarter of action. Reminder, stay tuned. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. we have the Rollins Outlaws against the Mountain View Buffalo. That'll be the last game of the season for both of those teams, looking to end their seasons on a victory and get 5th place in the 3A West Girls Basketball State Playoffs. Then later in the day, we'll have the state championship game from the Casper Event Center live on mylocalradio.com and KMYN Radio 99.1 in the Bridger Valley. Charleston Rose finds a cutting Hadley Gross down the right side of the paint. Gross misses the shot, long to the left, and then a jump ball will give it to Powell. 2:07 to play here in the final quarter. Bringing the ball across is Gabby Metzler for Powell. Metzler at the top of the left key gives it to Tenna. Tenna over to the right side to Shootman. Shootman driving down the right side of the lane. She is fouled. So Scott McKenzie's got the hard task of getting his team ready and willing to play a third-place game tomorrow. Obviously, you want to end your season on a victory, but losing in the semifinals can feel oh so close, but yet oh so far. Powell has a lot to work for tomorrow, either against Buffalo or Douglas, in what will be the third-place game. 56-29, 1:53 on the clock. Free throw. Second free throw is up, and that is good. So Shootman gets the Powell Lady Panthers to 30 points on the evening. 56-30, 1:45 on the clock. Madison Harris at the top of the left key, hands it off to Hope Sinnott. Sinnott driving down the lane, kicks it out from Hadley Gross, and Hadley Gross comes up with an air ball. Hope Sinnott falls out of bounds, trying to chase after the rebound. Like the effort. Execution maybe left something to be desired. 56-30, 1:38 on the clock. Bringing it across is Michelle Wagner for Powell. Wagner goes into the corner to Metzler. Now to Tenna, also in that left corner. Reversed all the way to the right side. Long shot attempted from Jasmine Linsgrave, and that goes out of bounds off of Lyman as they fight for the rebound. 1:18 left here, quarter number 4, 56-30. Just about ready to wrap things up from Casper College. And the ball is knocked out of play there. So will it be Douglas back in the state title game for the second consecutive year? Will Buffalo pull off their second consecutive upset after upsetting Mountain View in a tightly contested matchup yesterday? Here comes Raven Heaton with the steal. Heaton goes coast to coast, misses the layup, and ball goes out of bounds off of Powell. So it will be Lyman basketball, 1:07 to play. Inbounding underneath the basket. Ball deflected off the inbounds, out of bounds, right back to Lyman. Inbounding on the baseline, 1:06 on the clock. Lyman has to be very content on what they saw today and how they performed. On the outside for three, Charles Rose. Charles Rose can't get it to go. Rebound for Heaton. Heaton puts the ball over her head, and she was fouled in the corner with 57.6 to go. Chance for Lyman maybe to get another score here with 57 seconds to go. Inbound goes right to Hadley Gross. Hadley Gross on a low block, puts the ball over her head and throws it up on the rim and gets the roll, 58-30. 48 seconds to go. Lyman Eagles will lie in wait tomorrow as they watch the second semifinal, most likely after this one concludes. See who their opponent will be 58-30 with 40.3 on the clock. Foul committed by number 20, Hadley Gross. That is her first, but it sends number 21, Jasmine Lensgrave, to the free throw line on a 1-on-1. Free throw, front end of the 1-on-1, no good. Hope's in it with the rebound. 35 seconds to go. Hope's in it. Gives it off to Heaton as she crosses the center line. Heaton dribbles it off her foot, and it's going to be a turnover the other way. No, a double dribble for number 24, Michelle Wagner. She was one-on-none. Ball kind of kicked up on her, so she had to try to maneuver with it, but it was a double dribble. 29 seconds to go. Raven Heaton brings it across the center line. 58-30, Lyman leading. On the outside, Charles Rose nearly lost it. Back up top to Heaton with 18 on the clock. Heaton steps into a three. Heaton for three. No good. Off the front rim a couple times. And out of bounds it goes. It will stay with Lyman as Powell touched it last. 12.6 to go. 58-30. Hope's in it, inbounding, throws it inside to Madison, or Hadley Gross. Hadley Gross misses. Hope's in it with the rebound, falling away, and she gets it to go. So the Lyman Eagles have doubled up the Powell Lady Panthers with 3 on the clock. Let's see if Powell gets a shot off. They will not, and that will do it. The Lyman Lady Eagles are in to the state championship tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. at Casper Events Center. The Lyman Eagles will await the winner of the next semifinal to figure out who they are playing. But tomorrow, I believe it is at 6:30. I'll update you guys on our Facebook page, on My Local Radio Facebook page, on the exact time and when we will go live. Probably go live with a pregame show of about 15-20 minutes, since it is a state final at the Casper Event Center tomorrow evening between the Lyman Lady Eagles and either the Buffalo Lady Bison or the Douglas Lady Bearcats. Just going to wait for the stat sheets to be handed out here. I'm at the end of the line for them to be distributed, and then I'll go into our stats. But first, let's take a short commercial break. Join us for our post-game show after this.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at West Star Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit West Star Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. West Star Printing, 307-789-5202.
Back here for our post-game show where the Lyman Lady Eagles have clinched their spot into the state championship game. Will they play against the Douglas Lady Bearcats, or will they play against the Buffalo Lady Bison? We'll find that out in moments, but I did get the stat sheet during that commercial break. So let's just go over the stats from the Powell Lady Panthers against the Lyman Lady Eagles, that semifinal game. The Lyman Eagles were up 14-12 after 1, and then the second quarter is really where the Lyman Eagles put the Powell Lady Panthers away, as they wound up going on a 19-2 second quarter to take a 33-14 advantage at the break. Third quarter, a 14-11 advantage to Lyman. They extended that halftime lead of 19 by 3, and then the fourth quarter, they outscored Powell 13-5, mostly with the reserves in at that point. So on the outside, just looking in, the Lyman Eagles, a dominant performance, a 60-30 win over the Powell Lady Panthers here in this first of 2 semifinals. Just breaking down the stats, the Lyman Eagles shot 24 of 57 in the game. That is a pretty good shooting percentage for the game, including 9 of 13 at the free throw line, 3 of 12 from downtown. But some of these stats obviously skewered possibly by the reserves in the game at the end of the game, shooting some. But McKinley Bradshaw shot 7 of 15, not her best performance, but certainly enough for the Lyman Eagles to get the win tonight. Bradshaw shot 7 of 15, got 16 points, 7 rebounds on the night in 17 minutes and 56 seconds of action. So Bradshaw did not play the full 32 minutes allotted, obviously did not play really at all in the fourth quarter, but that'll be big for tomorrow. Obviously, we're looking at that, saying Bradshaw only playing just under 18 minutes. She'll be pretty much all rested and ready to go tomorrow. Remember the last time we were saying that, the Lyman Lady Eagles and a rested McKinley Bradshaw. Bradshaw dropped 30 against Mountain View in the championship of the regionals. Obviously, tomorrow will be a whole different animal in the state championship game, but you have to like the Lyman Eagles' chances with a rested McKinley Bradshaw and a chance for her to really take over a game. Probably going to need 30 to 40 points to beat Douglas tomorrow, should they play Douglas. I'm going to assume they're going to play Douglas, but obviously they have to play the semifinal game before we can officially say. Meanwhile, Bradshaw, like I said, was 16 points, the leading scorer for the Lyman Eagles. Second leading scorer was Olivia Smith with 11 points. Smith scoreless in the first half on field goals, hit 2 field goals in the second half, 6 free throws, and got 11 points. Other than that, a much more balanced score sheet for the Lyman Eagles. The only players not to score were Raven Heaton and Madison Harris, both off the bench for the Lyman Eagles. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ball, Rachel Bonander had 15 of the Powell 30 points. Obviously not enough to stop McKinley Bradshaw and those Lyman Eagles who just kept on coming. 27 turnovers forced by the Lyman Eagles. Yes, 27. Powell had 27 turnovers in the game. 27. Lyman Eagles had 13 turnovers, so maybe a little bit of room for improvement there as far as their numbers go. But 13 turnovers for the Lyman Eagles, 27 for the Powell Lady Panthers. So I believe that's just going to about do it for us. Join us tomorrow at 9 a.m. for the first game of the day between the Mountain View Lady Buffs and the Rollins Outlaws for the 5th place game. And then join us and stay with us later in the day, the state championship between the Lyman Eagles and either the Buffalo Lady Bison or the Douglas Lady Bearcats. That's going to do it for our coverage here. Once again, my name is Sean Bennett, signing off for MyLocalRadio.com and KNYN Radio 99.1. Thank you for listening, whether you are in Idaho, Wyoming, or much further than that. We do appreciate each and every listener. That's going to do it for our coverage. We'll see you tomorrow, folks. Should be a good day of basketball. Saturday, where we will know our state title winner for the 3A girls.